If you don't laugh, people, what are you going to do? You'll end up crying because, quite frankly, this is a very depressing situation that is going on at Liverpool Football Club at the moment. And today, personally, for me, it just summed up our season to a T because everything that went wrong today could have gone wrong. Could have gone wrong. Liverpool 1, Manchester City 2. Manchester City have finally broken their Anfield curse of not having beaten us with fans in the ground since 2002. There's another record that our absolute idiotic clown of a manager has broken. We're no longer invincible at Anfield against Manchester City. And again, today's performance overall wasn't good. I'll be honest, if any team deserved to save that game, if any team deserved to win the game, because I don't think both teams were great, but if anyone deserved it, it was definitely Manchester City more so than it was Liverpool, because I think overall they probably were the better team, although there wasn't much in it. Before we get into the match reaction, people, do remember, if you are new to the channel, drop a like on the match reaction and the video. Do sub to the channel. We're only 10 subs away from 650 people. I don't know what's going on, but the channel is really, really progressing this week. And I love to see it. So if you can sub, only 10 away from 650, and then that takes us closer to 700, which takes us closer to 1k. So if you can sub, it's very much appreciated and it doesn't go unnoticed. And get down below in the comments too. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on today's game. Having said all of that, people, let's just get straight into it. Match reaction to Liverpool 1, Manchester City 2. I'll be honest, team selection was pretty much how I envisioned it. It's pretty much how I thought it was going to be. Szoboszlai right back, and the team in general was just give or take. Well, I say give or take. It was pretty much the exact same team that I picked in my preview, so I was happy with the team. Manchester City, a little bit of a strange lineup. This is a pick from Pep Guardiola. Don't know. Maybe he was panicking a bit. Maybe he was trying to throw Slot off or something. But it was a very strange pick for me. The game started, people, and I'll be honest, Liverpool first half was pathetic. Nothing short of pathetic from Liverpool. It's like Arne Slot didn't learn from the reverse fixture at the Etihad. In the reverse fixture, that first half we were set up completely defensive. Didn't have a sniff of the ball, couldn't get hold of the ball. It was all City, and they steamrolled us in that game. Today's game, the first half was a mirror image of the Etihad game. Liverpool did not come to play football at all. We didn't come out. We didn't try anything. It was straight up pathetic. Let's be honest about it. Nowhere near good enough. City had about 70% of the ball to our 30% in that first half. It's nowhere near good enough. No intent, no nothing. It was all Manchester City. And again, why? This is not a peak Manchester City. This is not the City from a couple of years ago where they're absolutely mental. It's not. This City team, they haven't been good for the last couple of weeks. Since the turn of the new year, they've been poor. Why is our manager such a coward? Why is he setting us up so defensively in that first half? When City are there for the taking, they're there to be got at. They haven't won at our ground since 2002, people. It's a place they struggle at. So why is our manager? Why was he such a coward in that first half? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But we did nothing. Let's be honest. It was all Manchester City. I will say though, Manchester City in the first half weren't great either. I felt literally in the first minute, Haaland should have bagged. He should have made it 1-0, and I don't know how he didn't score. Moose had a chance too that he should have bagged. City had chances in that first half, but they just weren't clinical with their chances. And at Anfield, when you're on top, what do we know, people? You have to score when you're on top against us, because chances are, second half we come to life and we steamroll the team. City were kind of digging their own grave in the first half with being wasteful, because you kind of felt like while Liverpool weren't good in the first half, we'd come to life a bit more in the second half. But it was a boring first half. For a Liverpool versus Manchester City game, it wasn't up to the standard. And it's like I said, people, about how both of these teams have declined massively from what they were. Us and the Jurgen Klopp, heavy metal, gegenpressing team, to a now boring, side-to-side, possession-based team. Pep Guardiola, his peak City sides back in the day, to now this City side that we see now that isn't as good as those. So both teams have declined massively, and you could see it on the pitch. That didn't feel like a Liverpool versus Manchester City game. You know, we've seen our games be 4-3. You know, we've seen 5-4s, that didn't feel like a Manchester City game in my opinion. Didn't feel like it at all. The first half was dead. City should have been 2-0 up, to be honest. They weren't 2-0 up because they were wasteful in front of goal. I'll say defensively, we did our bit in the first half. Can't really complain. And yeah, there's not much to talk about in the first half. Second half, again, wasn't great either. It was more of the same. Except this time, I felt City retreated a bit more. We know City now have the ability to be a bit more pragmatic when they need to be. And I think in that second half, they were more pragmatic. I think we definitely came to life a bit more in that second half. I will give the team credit. We definitely came to life. We definitely started to make things happen. And we were all obviously in that second half. Again, we just weren't scoring. So we were pretty much mirroring their first half. We took control, got on the ball more, and we were making things happen. It kind of felt like that had to happen anyway. It felt like we had to come to life in that second half because, quite frankly, let's be honest, couldn't have gotten worse in the first half. We couldn't have continued playing that way into the second half. So, I don't know. Was it one of those where the manager did something at half-time tactically? Did he get into the players? Or did the players once again just think, you know what, screw it, forget it, we're just going to go out there and do our own thing? I don't know. But there was a change, a momentum shift, and it felt like we were going to score. It genuinely felt like we were going to score and we were going to have the initiative. And we did. I'll be honest, second half, a bit more lively, but it was 0-0 for the majority of the game. Who steps up again with another free kick goal? Dominic Szoboszlai. What a man. What a man. Dominic Szoboszlai steps up, puts us 1-0 up. Another rocket from him. Don't know what Manchester City's wall were doing. Don't really care, to be honest, because we scored and we went 1-0 up. Over the balance of play in the second half, were we 1-0 up deservedly so? Probably, because I think we were probably the better side. Over the whole balance of play, did we deservedly go 1-0 up? Probably not, if we're being honest. Probably not. But we were 1-0 up. For me, at 1-0, we should have gone for the jugular. We should have gone for the second because I felt City at that point were a little bit rattled. The manager made a big mistake, and it's not the first time. He decides to sit deep, sit back on the one goal lead and protect it. And against Manchester City, no matter how bad they are, that's not a good idea. It's never a good idea to sit in against them at 1-0 because with the quality they still have, they can easily equalise. And that's where the manager went wrong. Setting us up to sit back at 1-0 rather than going for the second. Had we gone for that second, I think we would have got it. But the manager screws us over yet again with his tactical poor decisions. So it was 1-1. It was eventually 1-1. Bernardo Silva scores. Szoboszlai is playing him on, unfortunately. I don't want to get onto Szoboszlai because without his goal there, it would have ended 2-0 to City today. So again, he gave us a lifeline by putting us 1-0 up. It's not his problem that the manager is tactically inept, is it? So it goes to 1-1. They equalise. And then you think, okay, surely the game is going to end at 1-1. Granted, it wasn't a great game up until that point. Very dull, boring first half. Second half was better, but still not great. I don't know, people. The last 15 minutes of that game was just absolute chaos. It really, really came to life. Don't know why it couldn't have been like that from the off, but it was chaotic. You feel like it's going to end 1-1. And then Alisson Becker makes a big, big, big mistake. I don't know what Ali was doing. I don't know why he came out like that. I don't know why he decided to clear the player out. But he did. And I'll be honest, sitting here as a Liverpool fan, it was a stonewall penalty. It was a stonewall penalty and it was rightfully given. Ali, his mind looked like he was all over the place. Genuinely comes out. That's so unlike him as well to do that. And the penalty's given. And you just feel like with Haaland stood there looking like he's going to take it, he's going to bag. And Haaland, as expected, bags, makes it 2-1, and then we're in trouble. We're in trouble. I did say, with the amount of records that we've broken this season on the wrong type of records, do not be surprised if this Anfield 2002 City curse also gets lifted and we break this one as well. And we did today. 2-1, we're then chasing the game. Alisson then, it's almost like making that first mistake wasn't good enough for him. He then goes on to make another mistake. He comes up into the box in added time. Obviously, look, we know what Alisson could do with a header. We've seen it against West Brom a couple of years ago, but it was so idiotic to come into the penalty box at that point. It was so idiotic because it left our goal completely exposed. He comes up, corner gets cleared, and then what makes it worse, people, is Rather than running back straight away after the corner, he stays in the box and he still stays there. Then Manchester City get the goal, they break, and it's a clean road. They score, make it 3-1, Cherky does, and then you think that's game over from there. Alisson, 2 big mistakes today. With that third goal, that was luckily disallowed, and with the second goal too, gives the penalty away needlessly, and then again with the third goal too, didn't have a great game. Definitely one of Alisson's poorer games today, and yeah, that goal did get ruled out though. It looks like Szoboszlai was pulling Haaland back a bit, and unfortunately that led to Szoboszlai getting a red card. So despite scoring, it's probably a day to forget for Szoboszlai because he scored the goal to put us 1-0 up. Another great goal, and credit to him there. However, City's equaliser, he played the player onside, and then he ends up getting himself sent off for the third goal, which gets ruled out. So now we're without a Szoboszlai for the next couple of games because it was a straight red card. So we don't have him for Sunderland away, and then the 2 games after that. That's a problem because at right back we already don't have no one. So who the hell is going to play right back against Sunderland now? Who? Just, if there is any game that just sums up Liverpool's season this year, that's the perfect one. That's the perfect one. It's so obvious that at this point, a lot of these players are slot out now. Alisson clearly looks like he doesn't care for the manager. Showed against Bournemouth, showed again today. We are pathetic. There's no heart, there's no fight, there's no drive in this team. You know what I mean? There's nothing. You know, the manager's a coward, sitting back at 1-0. Would Jurgen have ever done that? No. If I don't wake up tomorrow and see that Slot's been sacked, we're a joke. We are a joke. We may as well say rest in peace to our football club. Because it's just straight up not good enough today. Big win for Manchester City, however. Keeps them in the hunt for the title. Could be a big turning point for them. The mental block of having not won at Anfield in so long, now having won there, gotten their first win since 2002, could do wonders for their confidence. So we'll see what happens for them. Credit to them. Over the balance of play, probably the team who deserved it more so than we did. But we were poor. Individual errors. 2 individual errors cost us that game. And overall, we're now in a worse position now than we were before the game because we're now without Szoboszlai for the next 3 games. And top 4 is gone, people. In my opinion, top 4 is gone. Because now we're further away from United, further away from Chelsea. And we go Sunderland away next, who haven't lost a game at home all season. So good luck getting a victory there because we're not going to get a victory there. So we're going to fall even further behind. And we still have to play Chelsea at home, and we still have to go away to Old Trafford to play Man United. On top of that, going away to Villa as well, and other hard away games too. We're screwed. We are screwed, and if Slot is here, we're not making top 4, then we're going to be in the Europa League next year. It was a calamity, people, an absolute calamity show today. And I don't know what more to say. All I can say, I can congratulate City for their win, of course. Congratulate City, deservedly got their win, but for us, just nowhere near good enough. At the end of the day, nowhere near good enough, and we expect so much better. But people, that's all I can really say on today's game. I'll be back tomorrow with my match review. I might have a joint match reaction coming out a little bit later, depending on if the person gets back to me. But yeah, people, match review out tomorrow. We'll go into a little bit more detail on today's game, point out a couple of more things we learned. Today, just wanted to give you guys my short little reaction to the game. But yeah, 2-1 City, not good enough. Liverpool lose yet again, falling further and further away from the top 4 race. And it's not good. Chelsea and United, both new managers, they've got their bounce. We're stuck with Slot and we're still doing up Slot things. Yeah, people. If you have enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. Subscribe to the channel as well. Only 10 subs away from 650, so if you can sub, much appreciated. Turn notifications on as well, and let me know your thoughts and opinions on today's game as well in the comments. I'd sit here and scream Slot out, but what's the point? Because we know it's not going to happen, right? But yeah, having said all of that, I'll be back tomorrow, maybe a little bit later on today. And yeah, Liverpool Profit out. Big up to all of you guys. Speak to you all soon. Bye for now.